Street Knowledge Soldiers presents Redemption. And today on the show I have with me a repeat customer to the podcast show. He's been here before, but Mr. Wayne Rose, CDCR number B83388, will be delivering Legacy of Change.
Well, good evening. My name is Daniel Wayne Rose. I grew up in a family full of gang members and drug addicts. I learned to be vindictive and violent at a very young age. In 2003, I chose to murder George Thomas, a loved father, son, and partner. At that time, I believed that I had the right to murder another human being in retaliation for the murder of my friend. I was delusional and full of anger and hatred. While facing murder charges, the people I believed were my friends and family testified against me, while the rest of the gang distanced themselves from me. I remember feeling betrayed, abandoned. I was afraid and hopeless. I was finally able to see that the love and loyalty that the gang offered was an illusion, and that the criminal gang lifestyle and my murdering George Thomas was senseless. Shortly after, a man named Alvaro told me that Jesus Christ could make me a new man, and that's what I wanted to be, was a new man. It was then that I decided that though I was going to spend the rest of my life in prison, I was not going to do it as the person I was. I knew my change was apparent when my mother came to visit me and she said, "Mijo, there's a time that I loved you but didn't like you, but today I like you." I've accomplished much since my change. I graduated the Urban Ministry Institute. I'm currently working on my BA through Cal State LA. And for the past 9 years, I've worked as a certified mentor in the substance abuse program, helping my population rehabilitate from their behavioral, substance use, and mental health disorders. I love my job. It's a part of my purpose, it's my passion, and my amends. Because of me, George Thomas wasn't able to live a full life and be there for his daughters, his mother, and his partner. Because of me, his daughters grew up without their father, and his partner had to raise their little girls without him. And because of me, his mother had to do something no parent should have to do, and that's bury her child. I can't give George Thomas back his life. I can't undo the pain, suffering, and destruction I caused his family, his friends, and the community. But what I can do, and I will do, whether in or out of prison, is live the rest of my life serving those who are suffering and those who are in need of help. In November of last year, I lost my father. He went in for a simple hernia operation, and a week later he was dying. I had a rough relationship with my father growing up, but after my incarceration, we grew close, and I got to know my father as a person. A man that grew up in segregation and never finished school. He constantly encouraged me to pursue my education, and he was proud that I was in the BA program. A few days after my father's death, I was walking the track, and in front of Alpine, the building that receives a lot of flack because of the mental health, there was a man named Muhammad, an older Muslim brother that I never even spoke to before, sitting at the table, and he asked me how I was doing, and I told him that I was hurting, and he looked at me and he said, "Well, that means you got some healing coming." And that's something we all need, and that's something that we all have coming, is healing. Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne. That was Wayne Rose, CDCR number V as in Victor, 83388. And that piece was Legacy of change. I pray with a faithful prayer that someone will find healing through this restorative justice piece. Thank you.